Welcome students of class 12th commerce in our accountancy syllabus for class 12th. Today my topic is redemption of debentures. Dear students, as already discussed in the previous lectures that debentures are repayable after a fixed period of time which is known at the time of issue of debentures. In other words, debentures are secured and borrowed funds having a limited duration. The lifetime of debentures is decided at the time of issue of debentures. This date is known as date of maturity. The company is liable to repay the amount due to a debenture holder along with the interest accrued till the date of maturity. Repayment of amount due on debentures to discharge the company's liability is known as a redemption of debentures. I will repeat it. Repayment of amount due on debentures to discharge the company's liability, it is known as redemption of debentures. Normally, debentures are redeemed at the expiry of the period. However, if articles of association permits, the company can redeem the debentures before the date of maturity as per the terms stated in the prospectus. Irredeemable debentures are perpetual in nature and become due for payment only on the happening of a contingency but not otherwise. Redeemable debentures can be redeemed through any of the methods which are given below. Now first is redemption in lump sum. What is redemption in lump sum? Under this method, the debenture holders are paid the full amount of debentures and debt at the expiry of stipulated period. This expiry of stipulated period, technically called maturity period, is known well in advance at the time of issue of debentures. In other words, I can say that the entire amount of the debentures that is payable in lump sum at maturity or at the company's discretion as per the terms of issue. Such a redemption can be carried out either at par or at premium. The terms of redemption of debentures are specified in the prospectus inviting applications for debentures. Furthermore, about the sources through a company can redeem debentures out of profit or out of capital, yet it is in the best interest of the company to act aside a part of the divisible profits every year and invest the same amount in readily convertible securities, since enough time will be available with the management if such a method is adopted right from the year of issue. Dear students, now we have redemption by drawing of lots. A certain proportion of debentures are redeemed each year. A slip for every debenture is placed in a drum, or then numbers of slips are taken out. The debenture holders where slips are drawn or repaid the amount. The debenture holders whose slips are drawn or repaid the amount as per the terms of issue, that is at par or at premium. This is called redemption of debentures by drawing of lots. The amount of debentures to be redeemed annually is completed by dividing the total debentures debt by the number of years for which they are issued. Due to this method, the amount of annual drawings tends to remain constant. However, in some cases, these may be unequal to. Now we have number third, that is redemption by Redemption by purchase in the open market. Generally, companies exercise this option when debentures are listed in the stock exchange at the below of nominal value. So, company may utilize its surplus funds, purchase its own debentures, which the intention of its cancellation. It is not necessary that company always purchase the debentures below the market price. Sometimes company may decide to purchase the debentures when a rate of interest on debentures is more than the loss on purchase of debentures, or there is no to utilize the surplus funds which is lying idle with the company, or there is need to maintain its solvency ratio ideal. From this discussion, it is clear that sometimes company can purchase the debentures more than the nominal value. A company can redeem its debentures by purchasing them through open market, but only when the articles of association permits it to do so. Further, company may purchase its own debentures when for immediate cancellation or fee investment purpose. For investment purpose. Redemption by conversion. Redemption of debentures by way of conversion means conversion of one liability into another. Convertible debentures may be converted into shares or new debentures. Usually, option of conversion of debentures into shares or new debentures within a specified period is given to the debenture holders. The need for debenture redemption reserve is also diluted in the case of conversion of debentures into shares or new debentures. Dear students, we know that usually a large sum of money is required for redemption of debentures, as the company may not necessarily have sufficient funds to repay them at the time of their maturity. So, an adequate provision is to be made to collect the requisite funds for redemption. However, there is no legal restriction on the sources of funds for redeeming the debentures, but it is a prudent business policy to retain sufficient funds which can be uh, further used for redeeming debentures. The company may have to face great financial difficulties if it doesn't take adequate steps for accumulated or creation of additional capital. A company may collect the requisite funds for redemption. Number one, from the proceeds of a fresh issue of share capital and debentures, or number second, out of accumulated profits and sinking funds. A company can issue new shares or debentures, the proceeds of which may be used for redeeming the debentures. Through this method, a company can replace the existing liability with a new one and maintain the working capital intact. Fresh shares or debentures can be issued at par, premium, or at discount. The accounting treatment must also include the journal entries regarding fresh issue of shares or debentures, besides the usual accounting for redemption. Dear students, this all was about redemption of debentures. I will meet you tomorrow, inshallah, with the next topic. Till then, Allah Hafiz.